going to do is we're going to show you a bit of Hammer now. This is a dungeon we just released, and we're going to do a few bosses and stuff. It was released a month or so ago, and right now I believe guilds are about I've gone through 6 of the 11 bosses, right? So this is the big day, big content, fight tons of nasty creatures, and we're going to show you a few of the bosses. So this is a Strode. She's like the 3rd or 4th boss, right? Really nasty, kind of tough, but you get an idea of kind of the sort of thing we're going for. Very epic. Like I said, this was released post-launch. This is we've released 2 raids since. Oh, whoa! Did you just teleported? We've released 2 raids. This is the 2nd raid we released since launch. We released. Oh, this is our 3rd actually. Yeah, we had 2 20-mans, or 3 20-mans, 2 10-mans, and this is the end boss. This is the thing that we like showing off because the end boss is sick looking. Go forward. You kill Lobster Boy here. Turn up the volume a bit. Don't worry about that. So we're going to kind of cheat, accelerate through. You can see what some of that stuff's doing. Really want to give kind of an epic feel. This is all modeled. This is our big dungeon. This is our big raid. And right now what we do is at the very end we do a little bit of the kind of, you have to move your guild around. There's some what I call dancing, move. We say the areas behind you, those are all dangerous now. The raid has to move on. And at this point they have to fight back these tentacles. Fight past the tentacles, move to the next island. If you're not fast enough, you wipe. Very brutal, very much high-level content. And then we show them this guy. And this is the baddest boss in our game. This guy is awesome. This is Achilleos. And once you scale back just a bit and show them how big Achilleos is, that's Achilleos. And that's our biggest raid monster. No guild has reached here yet. Once we get a guild that basically hits it, we'll announce to the world, but no one's got here yet. We are showing guilds running our game over the next 3 days. We're going to have live guild runs up on the floor. So we released this, and this is kind of the whole idea behind Tryon. We just released this, and raid content's great, but not everybody raids. Not everybody does 20-man raids. So we're also doing a new type of content called Chronicles. And in this case, this is the Chronicle of Hammernell. It's a prequel to Hammernell. It's something where we're basically going to allow the player to do a solo or 2-player encounter where they get some of the lore, they get some of the storyline, why Hammernell is this way. This way, if you want to play with your wife, you want to play with a single friend, you're set, right? It's more beer and pretzels. It's 30, 45 minutes of gameplay that everybody can do. You don't have to be in a raid. You can really check it out. You see a lot of the mobs, but the content is different. So raiders will enjoy this. Solo players will enjoy this. Everybody will have fun coming in and doing something more casual, a more casual gameplay. So after releasing something like this, where people can play, so I've got my solo, I got my raiders, my PvPers are going to say, hey, where's my PvP content? I need some PvP content. So we also are releasing new war fronts, new PvP zones, new PvP instances. We also released in the last patch, we released open world PvP rifts, which have been a huge success. People love them. So more open world PvP will be coming. And basically this is a PvP map based on Hammernell. So I get PvP content, I get solo content, I get group content. And that's what we're all about, is feeding the beast, getting everybody the content they want. I can't show it to you now, but in our next patch, we're going to have an alternate advancement system, which is another way to gain levels post 50. It's another way to gain abilities, skills, stat points. That way you always, whatever you're doing, gives you something to do. Shortly after 1.5, I will be releasing a new zone. I will also be releasing a new 10-man dungeon, and in the zone, I'll be releasing new content. The zone's called Ember Isle. The 10-man raid is called Rise of the Phoenix. Like I said, right now we're really happy with the success of Rift. We have tons of people playing. Now it's feeding the beast. People are paying us money, so we're giving them content. That's our theory. Is you pay us, we give you stuff. And if you haven't tried it out, we are doing a live free event in a week from Friday, which is the 25th, right? You'll be able to play for free. If you haven't subscribed, you can get on, you can level to your heart's content. There's no level limits for 1 week. Play everything you want to do. And if you are a subscriber, we're going to give you some special toys, things that make experience faster, things that make prestige faster. Just say thanks. Thanks for being a subscriber. We appreciate it. Right? You are what make Rift successful. You guys have any questions?
What are you going to do? Are you always going to watch the high-end players and always release new patches when able to?
Oh yes. Or, so everything we do is based on feedback from players. If players do something and players want something and enough players want it, we'll release it and we'll do it.
So so you plan on releasing a new raid instance before anyone has downed this
Probably not. Probably not. We're probably going to continue on. We want them to get forward. We want them to get expert with it, and then we'll do a new raid instance. Do we have a new raid instance in the work right now? Yes, we do.
Are you going to introduce new item sets, new item levels?
We're going to do new item sets, new item levels. We're generally always producing items, gear, rewards, every patch.
So how do I level up if I wanted to play the newer instances now? Are there ways like for casual gamers to see the newer instances, or do I have to raid myself up to it?
So you'll basically what you'll see is as we do Chronicles, that's a way for the casual player to see the more modern instances. But it's kind of like the raids are going to be the head. They're always going to be the head, and as time progresses, items and everybody else will catch up, right? So that the raid guys will always have the creme de la creme. And as the raid guys progress, the guys who are doing solo or doing group content also progress, and so they'll start getting the more modern stuff. But the top is always the raid.
Okay. So you're really focusing about on high level gamers.
We're actually across the board. Everybody, we're trying to hit everybody, but we do understand that the raiders get the creme de la creme in the sense of, for items, for gear, but the social guys still get really good items. They're just like for instance, tier 2 raid gear is our best raid gear. Tier 1 raid gear is our second best raid gear. But we have solo content that can get tier 1 raid gear. Or group content that can get tier 1 raid gear, and so basically it progresses up.
So if I wanted to play now, I still could get into a raid guild with.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With solo effort. Okay.
Yeah, and we're looking at things. People have asked for things like looking for guild and looking for raid and those sort of things. As we go forward, we'll look into how we're going to do those, make it so that it's easier for people to do, so everybody can do all the content.
Thank you.
And we really are trying to give something for everyone. The solo player is extremely important to us, the PvPer is extremely important to us, and the raider is extremely important to us.
Okay.
Cool. We love everybody.
How many hardcore players, how many raiders do you have?
We do. We totally have those statistics. Will I tell you what they are? No. We do. We have all those statistics. Yeah, because we basically see who we have hardcore, we have the core, we have the guys who you see the guys who log on with 1 or 2 other friends. And we're trying to cater to everything. And by the way, that's the best looking mount in the game, in my opinion. If you haven't seen it, that's our crocodile mount, the Crocnard. What?
Do you have more raiders than casual?
No. I'll tell you that right now. They're casual players. A lot of people play casually. We have a lot of people who raid, but right now casuals there's more casuals than raiders. Eventually we'll get everybody raiding.
I have the feeling that a lot of players stopped like the first 3 months. what do you think that was? What do
So
you think?
we didn't see a lot of stoppage after the first few months, but one of the things we are doing is we want to make sure that people understand what to do at every level. Like what to do, what's available to me at level 10, what's available to me at level 20, what's available at level 50, and make sure they know all the content that's out there. We have a boatload of content at level 50. We just want to make sure we're directing people, they know what to do. We haven't seen a lot of people leave. We're pretty happy with our, our population. So cool, unless there's other questions, guys, thanks.